Hello everybody and welcome back to France. And I think this episode we're definitely going to have to get reacquainted with what's going on. It's been a couple days since I've played this campaign. And I know we were definitely looking at going to war with Iberia here. Although we wouldn't be able to call in any of our allies. And I literally just had the thought. Tunis. And technically they're a Sunni nation. Heathens. But, well, I don't know if they would join because of that modifier there. France is allied to the Tunisian rival, the Papal State. So I don't know if they'd be able to ally us without us doing some serious buttering up. But it would be nice if we actually had Tunis. We could have them sort of beating up Portugal here, maybe even sort of defending a little bit in Africa, just kind of being a block against Africa, holding this position here, while we just literally have to work on the contained Iberia here. And then I think we determined that it's not going to be possible to get in the Papal State here. Wait a second. Wait a second. We attack Aragon. If we attack Aragon, then the Papal State doesn't think. The Papal State doesn't really think that they're attacking Castile, even though they are, because Aragon, of course, is just a it's just under a PU with Castile. So all the same people that we attack, if we attack Castile, will get called in. All the same people get called in here. But if we attack Aragon, then the Papal State would join. So that's probably what we do. The only problem here is we don't have a good claim on Aragon. We're also set up to go to war with Denmark, which it'd be pretty nice to scoop up some of these really valuable trade areas. This is a center of trade, of course. Yeah, I think we want to be slowly but surely scooping up all of these little centers of trade. There's one in Lubeck. It's hard to see, but it's there. We can barely see it there. We could click on the province and it'll tell us to. So we got this one in Bremen. We took Hamburg in the last episode. It's cool. Of course, we have a lot of, I'm assuming we have a lot of aggressive expansion down here. Yeah, not enough for anyone to join a coalition, but for just enough for everyone to be kind of upset with us. One thing I think I haven't mentioned that's really cool. So we're creating these colonial nations, right? If we go to our subjects tab, they are subjects, but they do not count. Colonial nations do not count as a diplomatic relation, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice. I don't know if I highlighted that. We have military access through Switzerland. That's completely unnecessary. Glad I checked on that. But I think, honestly, at this point, we're just going to kind of go through the tabs here and just kind of get caught up here. So let's look at the rebellion threat. The Welsh. Okay, we're ready for them. At 10,000 troops, not a big deal. Hamburg will rebel as well. But we'll be able to move troops over there pretty easily. In fact, where's our transports? Okay. Nice, so we have been building heavies. I was wondering about that. We have 9 heavies. Castile, though, has probably many, many, many more. In fact, if we go to navies and we organize by heavies, Bahman is with the most heavies in the world, of the known world, right? Of the known world. Which at this point, actually, I think we've learned about a lot of Indochina, including China. So, yeah, it's kind of looking there in the background there. Castile actually only has 7 heavies, but then Portugal is probably contributing 4 or 5 as well. Wait, where's Portugal? No, I'm confused. No way Portugal doesn't have any heavies. Am I just blind? Oh, they have 1 heavy. Portugal's fleet, okay, Portugal's fleet is insignificant. So actually our navy is yeah, our navy's actually significantly stronger, although the light ships, of course, are not particularly amazing for fighting, especially because we probably haven't upgraded them. You have to upgrade your ships to the newest models. When you sort of unlock via technology, you unlock better ships. Ships do need to be sort of retrofitted for the new stuff. One thing is, I believe we are working on a spy network here to attack here. They are allied with... Oh, unfortunately, they're not allied with this nation here. They're allied with these nations. It would be really nice if they were allied with this nation, because I'd like to scoop both of these up for the price of one, but... yeah. We're going to have to actually get our own claim with this nation here. Yeah. It is what it is. We'll work on that. Please tell me the capital's not down here. Cool. They're just building troops here, but the capital, it should be up here somewhere. Nice. So once this is all connected, then this colonial nation is going to be in a slightly better position. They'll be able to kind of move through their lands a little bit safer. I think we are working on sort of wrapping this up for them, which looks like Manhattan. Right now we're paying for our forts. How much are we spending on that? Almost 6 ducats a month. That's quite a bit, but what does the forts give us? There's a benefit to that, I believe. Wow, we have a lot of army tradition. Fully maintained forts equals 0.26. Is that all? That's a lot of money for yearly army tradition, 0.26. That's, yeah. We're probably going to be mothballing the forts here. Anyways, let's look at the rebellion. So, Hamburg's definitely going to rebel. Leinster, though? Yeah, actually, probably. Probably going to rebel at some point. We could do the trick, right? We could do the trick to try to shrug that off a bit. But it's going to be a while. Either way, it's going to be a while on that. So that's looking fine. Corruption is growing. Now, if we look at this, it's probably because of overextension. Yeah, just overextension. That's fine. Although we are paying 5 ducats a month to root it out. That's okay. Truces will expire with a bunch of nations. We have a lot of truces right now. We can build buildings, that's fine. Hungary. What if we actually try to take advantage of this? They have no air. Would Hungary be a good ally? They definitely should be able to... It wouldn't be considered a distant war to fight Castile. What is Hungary's power looking like? And it'd be kind of cool to get a PU over Hungary. Which, again, would be a long shot, but technically they have no legal heir right now. That'd be a long shot, but it'd be cool. Let's go to armies and just see how's Hungary doing here. We probably could organize it by force limit. They're probably not too far down here. 33,000. If nothing else, they're attached to Bohemia, right? They could go beat up Bohemia in that war that we attack down here. You know what? Let's do Hungary. Let's get Hungary on our side. The only unfortunate thing about Hungary, of course, is the Ottomans. The good thing is, though, they're allied with Austria. They're going to be allied with us, Denmark, and Austria, and Prussia. So the Ottomans will not attack into us. They should be attacking this way anyways, and attacking down the Mamluks. The weird thing about the Ottomans is they haven't really done much. I guess they've gone up this way. Now they're bordering Russia. So the Ottomans are kind of in a weird spot right now. I don't expect them to blob out too much like they usually do. Usually the Ottomans are pretty powerful. Okay, let's unpause the game and let it roll for a second here. We got 51 power projection. That means that we are getting the maximum bonuses from this. Well, there's additional bonuses there just for having more power projection, like morale of armies and stuff like that. But you could see that the two sort of like thresholds is 25 we get an extra leader, and at 50 we get +1 skill for administrative, diplomatic, and military, which is really, really, really good. How are we doing on technologies? We're way ahead of time on techs. We have all of our ideas filled in. We need this next administrative. So in 11 years, we can get another idea group and start working on a new idea group. No idea what that's going to look like. But until then, we're actually going to try to embrace the printing press, which unfortunately is going to be very, 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 very expensive. Very expensive. Although it seems to be spreading here quite rapidly. Because I think we also have, yeah, we have an edict. We have a state edict in this area to improve the institution spread by 33%, which we're paying a little bit of money for that, but it's okay. If we go here, we can see that it's spreading at a pretty furious pace. You're talking about 2% per month. You know, 1.5 to 2% per month. So, and as it spreads, you know, as each province is joined by more provinces that have already embraced it, it'll spread quicker and quicker and quicker. So that'll be great. We have almost all of the Ivory Coast minus this little stretch here. And technically this little bit here. Oh, I guess this is part of the Ivory Coast. Not that one province is a big deal, but I'd like to sort of secure the Cape. If we could secure the Cape of Good Hope and have it completely under our control, like right now we have 88%, but if we could have 100% of this, then that's going to give us a lot of, I believe somehow it gives us power in the Zanzibar node, and it helps a lot of this money move downwards, because right now not a lot of it's coming down. But the thing to think about is, what are our ultimate goals? Okay, where are our troops at right now? Got 44,000 here doing what? Well, let's have them drill. We had them set up to potentially attack Castile, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not quite seeing the war against Castile, how that's going to happen right this second. One thing we need to do, lots of maintenance to do right now, is we need to go into our own diplomacy screen. And usually, of course, it's going to look like this. We need to go over to show diplomatic feedback. We need to mark these provinces as provinces of interest. This is going to tell our vassal to create claims on these provinces. So I think we're going to just give all these to our vassal. And we're not going to worry about building a spy network on England anymore. England is pretty much donezo. Now, what would be really cool, actually, yes, that would be really cool, if we saw Castile, attacking into Granada, getting into a war with the Ottomans. That's when we, maybe that's when we strike. Maybe that's when we strike. Okay. Now, how are our allies doing? We're trying to make Mainz happy, because is Mainz potentially going to, you know, who cares? We could work on that later. Let's get our allies. Okay, they're already pretty happy. Let's get them extra, extra happy. Because the papal state, of course, the higher the happiness for the papal state, the more papal influence we get, which is good, because we're trying to get the... Oh, we are the papacy right now. Nice. Did we just get that recently? Because I think we had it earlier and then we lost it, right? And we got it again? Nice. We are going to grab the alliance with Hungary. So on monarch death, a war between France and Poland. A succession war between France and Poland on monarch death. Now Poland, how are you doing, Poland? How are you actually doing here? Why are you allowed to attack here without calling in Austria? You're allied to Lithuania. You're not allied to Hungary, so I believe we would be fighting with Hungary against Poland. And since Poland doesn't have Lithuania as a personal union, then this wouldn't be a very difficult battle. Although I'm curious, we could sort of preemptively check Poland's strength here. That's something we've looked at. 43,000 troops. They're probably a little behind on military tech. Yeah, they're definitely behind. They're a couple points behind on military tech. Are they even working? They're working on offensive ideas. That's not a particularly good one if you're not going on the offensive. So, well, that'll be great. Converting Hamburg. Because one, that's going to increase the unrest to epic proportion. Which is actually a good thing right now. Because we want this to just rebel sooner rather than later. The other thing I think we want to do, as timely as it's going to be, is start building the claim over here. Because I think we want to clean that up as quickly as possible. The other thing we might want to do is actually sort of colonize here and here so that we can start warring these areas here and giving them to what will eventually be French Mexico. Eventually be French Mexico. So I think, yeah, I think that's what we're doing. We're working on maybe wrapping up. That's the thing. It's like, do we want to completely seal this off and finish the Ivory Coast? It's a pretty important trade node. We could finish off the Ivory Coast. We could finish the Cape. Those, I think, are sort of our goals. How many would we have to do to actually block off the Cape completely? Quite a few. 7 provinces there. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish off. So that's 12 more provinces. And we're talking about potentially doing down here to go to war with these nations. A lot of colonizing that needs to be done. A lot of colonizing that needs to be done. That's right. Okay, we have a looming disaster potentially. Now we've already checked this to determine lower than 80. It is lower than 80. Oh, progresses at -1 each month. Okay, so it actually has to tick down. I don't know if I've noticed that. I thought they just went away. Oh, so the Netherlands have popped up. Excellent. That's going to be really, really good because I believe or maybe they're just going to immediately get gobbled up. I'm not sure. Is the Netherlands technically part of the HRE? Yes. Speaking of the Holy Roman Empire, Austria's got a pretty firm grip on it. If we go to... So here's a really interesting historical event that has not happened yet. The League War between the Protestants and the Catholics. That's something that once that gets going, and it looks like Austria is going to be the lead on the Catholic side. If we look here, Brandenburg's actually probably going to be the lead on the Protestant side, I suspect. Depending on who wins that is going to decide the official religion of the Holy Roman Empire. So once we get to 20 here, this little nation, we'll just war them and take care of them. We don't really need 20,000 troops over here. This is incredibly excessive, but we'll keep them there for this war, and then we'll get them back to France for more important wars. Okay, the Papal State is plenty happy. Brandenburg is not that happy, though. Lazy diplomats, lazy diplomats. We could get Hungary up. Sweden probably isn't that happy with us at the moment. Wait, why is Brandenburg so upset with us? We're already at a plus 100. Aggressive expansion, unlawful territory. Yeah, those modifiers, they will tick away. Speaking of which, can we actually optimize our improve relations, right? This is the metric that's going to have that ticking away faster, those negative modifiers. If we go here, we do not have an improve relations guy here. Can we play around with the estates a bit? We can get a half cost inflation guy from the traders. You know, right now I think we're kind of enjoying this because we're trying to convert Hamburg, but once that's over, I think we can do that, and that's also a half cost guy. But if we go here, recruit this minister here is the improved relations And we can't do that for another 22 years, which makes me think he might already be here. Yeah, he's here. This is him here. So we could scoop him up. We'd lose 10% of our trade. God, we're making a lot of money. I think this is actually going to be better for us. Getting rid of this aggressive expansion faster is going to be a lot stronger. Speaking of which, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe going diplomatic or influence so that we can squash the aggressive expansion quicker. Here we can get a benign diplomats, plus 25% improved relations to remove aggressive expansion. Here we can get state propaganda to prevent it from accumulating in the first place. This also integrated elite. We can actually like integrate vassals cheaper, which is cool. And actually, this combined with administrative ideas gives us an extra 20% diplomatic annexation cost. Yeah, this is looking kind of nice down here. But I do like... I do really like diplomatic ideas too. They're both really good. Denmark's having a hard time. Hungary is like... The queen here is 60... Literally just turned 60 right before our eyes. Just turned 60. Have we not royal married? No, we have. Sweden likes us, that's fine. Everything's good there. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Can we get... No, we're not going to give us access, are you? Where's our transports? Uh-oh. Oh, they're nearby. Okay, cool. So we need to get our troops over here. Pronto. Now, what we want is we want Castile to lose all this land to the Netherlands. That's what we want, actually. It'd be a lot easier to attack into the Netherlands than to attack into Castile to get this land. I think we'll wait for it to tick up one more time and then we'll move down. I don't know if we're going to get this tick off. Because either way, it's going to take the top option, right? If we do not select the event, it will take the top option. This is farmland, so it's actually not really a big deal. Let's just let it tick. Let's just let it run. We'll let it automatically pop up. Can we build more ships, though? I'd almost kind of like to... We cannot, but I'd almost like to get some more heavies. I think I really want to make sure that our navy is dominant. Makes things a lot easier. Okay, we look like we're about full. Okay, nice and easy. Let's go back to... Go back to here. What does it say here? No, it doesn't give the recent uprising, so we could just get those events constantly. We'll be fine, we'll be ready for them. It'd be nice if we controlled all this so that we could actually slither up here, but... Now, Castile will be getting similar events, right? They'll be getting similar events where they have to cede land to the Netherlands or fight a bunch of rebels, and it's going to be hard for them to get troops up there. Well, the AI is not very good at it, moving their troops around. Okay, let's go back to drilling. How are the rebels coming along? Actually, you know, we need to get over to Hamburg with troops. We'll wait a little bit, but... Oh! Happened again, okay. Okay, let's just keep our troops over here, actually. So that's a decent amount of ducats for the quarantine, but let's just do it. The question is this our best possible leader? A 3-5 or a 2-6? We'll go with the 2-6 here. Again, we're pretty early in the game, relatively speaking. Shock is going to be more important than fire. I couldn't truly explain like the detail of that, but That's what I've been told. I think later, I think eventually fire does kind of take over once you get like a ton of cannons. And I think we do have a good amount of cannons, right? Yeah, we have a lot of cannons, but the cannons haven't really like been revolutionized as much as they will be in the future. Okay, morale looks good. There we go. Now, is this also... This is Dutch too. Okay. Let's get him over here, because I'm already suspecting something to happen here. Oops. We also need to get... Yeah, look. Here we go. Castile's got some troops down here doing that. Or not troops, sorry, they got rebels down here doing their thing. It's fantastic. Let's I'd really, really like it if so this is, we have this as a state. I'm tempted to just, honestly, I'm tempted to just raise autonomy here. It's a 3 development province. It does produce iron, which probably seems like, I don't know for sure, but it seems like a good one. Let's just get rid of this rebellion. I am terrible at the game, guys. I just hit the wrong province. No, I just hit the wrong one. So what we're going to do, actually, that changes things up a bit. We'll have them sit here. These troops will come back around. We probably need to attack that New World nation, don't we? Okay. I'm assuming we have 20. I'm not even looking, but I'm assuming we have 20 by now. There we go. Okay. So let's make sure our troops are drilling here. And actually, we're going to need to make sure they're drilling after we declare war, right? Because it's going to kind of flip them. There we go. Don't need that anymore. Oh, oh, they're trying to move. Trying to moving and grooving already. Nice, we got him. We got him. Oh, yep, drill. In fact, drill. I really don't think these are going to pop up here at 3.5%. It's we do need to keep a very strong eye on that, because if they do pop up and we're drilling over here, that's going to be very bad. We do need to keep a good eye on that. Let's actually mothball the forts here. I think money right now is going to be better. Yep, we're mothballing forts at war, but this doesn't really count as a that kind of a war. The only nation that we're actually fighting with here is these guys. I don't think it's going to allow us to give this to our vassal, because there's no border. They can't core this yet. Okay, lazy diplomats. What are they going to be up to? I say maybe we have one working on out, so we can go to the building tab, right? We can go to diplomacy to automate. I don't know if I've even done this yet in this campaign, guys. But we can go here to have them automate the diplomats. So we could say, okay, let's have one of these diplomats that are free. Just automatically going around to the outraged countries. And let's have one that's just, I don't know. Sure. Working on our allies, making everybody super topped off. It's saying we can get a technology. We're a little ahead to be doing that, I think. We have a lot of admin right now. And multiple wars? No. Oh, oh, that's kind of annoying. Let's get it on the 14%. I'll be happy. Making sure this doesn't go to 90. What we could do is we could shut off the cannons. Go in for the fight here. Oh, okay, we caught him. Take the leader back there to finish that siege, and we'll take troops. Oh, okay, we're at max admin. Max admin. What do we do? What do we do? Okay, so we can spend admin to reduce inflation. We don't have any inflation. We can spend admin to move our capital. Don't need to do that. We can spend admin by adding more policies, but we've already enacted policies that are admin based. We probably don't need to be focusing admin though, I think, if this is where we're at, if this is where we find ourselves. Although, did we say that we actually wanted to go down an admin group next? I'm not sure. I can't remember if we decided on anything. For now, let's actually just deselect. Let's not focus on anything. Let's just deselect for now. Okay, so we're going to be earning a lot of admin, but less admin, because we are a 6 skilled leader right now. It's really good. So how are we going to spend the admin? Well, we're going to develop, right? That's what we can do. We can develop. And because admin is base tax, let's go looking for a province that is controlled. That is controlled by the clergy to boost base tax. Something cheap. We've already developed in these areas, haven't we? That's why we can't develop them. They're already disproportionately. This one's looking good. Troyes. It's owned by the clergy. It's only 49 to develop. And we have room to... We could skip back over to here. Develop this a bit. These are actually relatively cheap. Now that one we can't go anymore. Go. Looking good. So that should actually improve our income quite a bit. And we still have admin in the bank. We're not completely poor on admin. Austria got the Holy Roman Empire again, makes sense. We should probably attack into this as well, I suspect. I think we need a couple more points to get another claim on Denmark here. I think we need 25 because we already have a claim, so the next one's going to be a little bit more. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Wait, what? Wait a second. Trier literally just gobbled all of the Netherlands. 3 of their provinces instantly gobbled them up. Already dealing with Dutch separatists, for crying out loud. Castile's definitely got quite a few separatists here sieging stuff down, which is great. Quite a few indeed. It's 70 or 80,000 separatists there. Very nice. 49%. There we go. Got it. Now what we can do, actually, we can go to war with this nation, take their land before we peace out this guy. Kind of do a little bit of an optimization there. Yeah, I kind of want to work on Canada too, right? I'd kind of like to get Canada is a 5, you know, get the 5 provinces that we need in Canada. Let me double check that this does count as Canada up here, which it should. Actually, guys, I think it is definitely time to take a pause here. Thank you so much for watching another episode. Now that I think about it, we could just hit that and increase our chances even more to become the Curia controller again, because we're getting some nice benefits for that, for sure. All right, so that was a good catch-up episode. Like, it kind of got recentered on what we need to do. Hamburg, definitely, we need to get troops over to Hamburg. Stat. All right, cool. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching another episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.